Hemingway Stadium, home of the Ole Miss Rebels. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Utah State Aggies, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Ole Miss Rebels. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Utah State lined up, ready to deliver the opening kickoff. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Ole Miss offense will get the ball first. I know Bo Nix has the single-season completion record, but this guy may make a run for it if he has many more games like the last one, David.
It was crazy. I mean, it was interesting to watch, man. Just in a rhythm, not fooled, like just so confident, knew his answers to the test before the questions were even asked. And defensively, that presents a huge challenge. And Jesse, how do you want to attack him? Because something has to change after that last game we saw.
Yeah, I think one of the big keys for him having that kind of day and that kind of accuracy was his offensive line gave him a lot of time to survey the field and throw darts. So if you're on defense here, you've got to find a way to disrupt his rhythm. You've got to be able to get pressure on him, but you don't necessarily have to get him to...
Turning it on! And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
We know a lot of offenses like to script their opening 10 plays going into games. They practice it over and over and over again throughout the week, and you just saw flawless execution on the opening drive by the offense. A nice job mixing in pass and run, getting different guys involved here early. They cap it off with a nice run late, but what a great job to take control of this game. And the offense, they've got it moving now.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Utah State's offense will get the ball for the first time. But Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him, and I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, David. He wants to prove to the entire college football world he's got what it takes to win this football game. This is a big test for him.
And here's the thing, proving it is one thing, Jesse, but it's not about you. And this is a team game. Obviously, the quarterback position is so dependent on others' success, but play within yourself, make those plays, don't make the big mistakes.
Looking to throw, it's Barnes. Under fire. Pulls it in, it's Stanley. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. To the ground with the back. Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Trying to set up the screen. He did not make it. A stone wall on 3rd down. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fair catch is made, and they'll mark it at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Running back searching for a hole. He's past the 30. At the 45 on his way. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. Tries to do it himself on the draw. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Simmons. He works his way inside the 40, but they stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down from the 38. The kick is on its way. And the punt hits ground at the 2 and goes into the end zone. He just missed, hitting them right in the shadow of the goalpost. It'll come out to the 20. Handoff from the gun. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake. Catch in the middle. It's Boyd. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. They'll go to the ground. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2. The Aggies now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. To the air on 2nd down. Pulls it in. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. This Utah State offense has it going. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Fears the pressure. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Aggies have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Makes the catch. It's Jacobs. Defense uses a sideline there, and he gets it into bus territory at the 49. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Back to throw, it's Simmons. Fires to the right. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Runs through a tackle. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Rebels come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Wants to throw on 3rd. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And that's not a good sign for this offense. You gave up 4 sacks a week ago. Now you're already getting your quarterback hit. They've got to protect their dude. They got to give him more time so he can make plays down the field. Protection is the biggest issue for this offense.
And the Rebels will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. RPO complete to open the drive. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Release to the back. Catch in the middle. It's Davis. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Use the play fake. Now to throw. A shot toward the end zone. it. Big play stops the drive.
Sometimes the quarterback puts that zip on it, and you can hear it. And sometimes he uses the lob wedge where it takes a little time to get there. That time, he used the lob wedge. The defender came in and made the interception. Big play for this defense early.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Off play action. Bringing the heat. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. The Rebels come to the line in the hurry up. You know, you think back on the Jackson Dart era at Ole Miss, best 3-year run in more than 50 years. Now Austin Simmons steps in, full of potential, Jesse, to lead the Rebels to further glory.
Yeah, quarterbacks have played so well under Lane Kiffin in recent years. You can even go ahead of Jackson Dart back to Matt Corral and what he was doing in that offense. So now the lefty takes over. This dude's got a lot of talent. He can make every single throw on the field. Lane Kiffin's playbook is completely at this guy's disposal, and because of that, you know there are going to be a lot of big plays for the Rebels.
And the Rebels will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Diggs. Running with some authority as he bangs his way to the 43. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Looking downfield, it's Simmons. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
A loss of 5 yards on the play. 3rd down coming up.
We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. They'll go to the air. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Now, a 4th down.
They kick it away on 4th down. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Complete to the left. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. Makes the catch. It's Davis.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Quick release on the RPO. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. On the move, it's Jacobs. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Aggies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Flips it out on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down. Looking to throw, it's Barnes. Pocket breaking down. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that sack.
Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David. Had nowhere to go, couldn't get it out of the end zone. He'll take the safety.
And that's exactly what you call complimentary football. The punter doing a great job downing the opponent inside their own 5-yard line. Then the defense takes the field and they get the safety. You've got to love that if you're the head coach.
They'll get set for the free kick after the safety.
Set to kick it off.
Creates a little space.
The returner runs it out to the 30.
They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line.
First and 10.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. Couldn't find a lane, a pickup of 1 to the 31. Didn't get much on first down, it's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Incomplete. Looked as if he had his man, but just a misfire from this senior. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking deep down the right side. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. Looking for a man. It's Simmons. Pressure coming. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Oh, he'll keep it on the draw. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He lobs one high down the left side. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. The Rebels will line up to punt it away. Catch is made at the 15. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Off play action on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Yeah, because it freezes those linebackers. It freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run. And then the big tight ends, big targets on the back end can catch the football and make big plays.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it. It's been that way all day. From the gun, running back on the move.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning them.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. After punting the last time they had it, they ought to be set up for a much better result with this drive.
This offense better be licking their chops. You're not going to start with better field possession than this all game did.
You ain't lying. Forget about the last possession and what we did. You're already in scoring position. Take care of that football. Make sure you get some points.
They'll give it to the back. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately, a 3-yard loss. And the Rebels will hustle to the line. Back to pass, it's Simmons. Here comes the heat. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. The defense is backed up as the offense is in the red zone. Looking downfield on first down. They'll run the screen. Makes his man miss. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels!
And how about the OC slipping in the screen pass? Try to mix it up, slow down that pass rush, let it come up the field a little bit, get it to your running back, let him do the rest. Nice blocking, nice play call to throw in the screen to change it up a little bit and get the big touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And after the extra point, they're on top by 12. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, fellas, big update in a top 5 game today. Ohio State is currently ahead in this one, but they're not exactly putting the Buckeye leads on those helmets just yet. This is a tight one in Columbus. They're up by just 2 over Florida. We promise to keep you updated.
There he goes. Got enough for the first down and wants more. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. Quarterback on the keeper. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3. And the Aggies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to fire on second down. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
We talked to the offensive staff coming into this one. They knew going up against the top 25 defense with respect to sacks per game, they had to do a good job protecting the QB, but they have not been able to get that done so far. They've already now allowed 3 sacks in this game.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Single back formation, and they give it to him. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. The Rebels racing to the line in the hurry-up. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Down to the 12-yard line, it's first down. They'll give it to him again. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll try the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. He caught it. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. Right down the boulevard. And that lead grows even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Back to throw, it's Barnes. Finds his man, it's Thompson. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Looking to throw on first down. Caught near the sticks. It's Thompson. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Wants to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Lane. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line. Warp speed for second down. That's caught. It's Thompson. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. The Aggies are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. To the air on first down. The short hand, it's Starling. They'll get him out of bounds and mark it at the 21. And it's first down, but they'll try the field goal in the closing seconds of the first half. Splits the uprights. Good. They're hanging around here. Leads down to 12.
I know they're trailing going into the locker room here at halftime, but kicking that field goal gives them a little bit of a jolt, a little bit of a boost of momentum that they can carry with them into the second half. And there's a lot of football left to go here. I can't wait to see what happens.
That's going to wrap up the first half here. And now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A memorable first half of football so far today at Oxford. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Vaught Hemingway.
And the Rebels will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Oh, he's got a chance. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15. That's the way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36. Well, jet sweep pass. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process. To the air, it's Barnes. Get it out to the supersonic guy. Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Here's the heat. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
In the second half, trailing the way they are, they know they're going to have to be able to throw the football to get back into it, but you can't accomplish that if you can't keep your quarterback standing upright. Give the defense tons of credit getting that sack on 3rd down.
Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. They'll start this drive from the 42. He leaves it with his back.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Unloads to the wideout. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in. A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long, this one from the 44. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And that's the thing about this defense. Yeah, they may be losing the game right now, but they've got difference makers on that side of the football. They got guys that can step up like that, create havoc, get a sack, create negative plays. They're going to need more of that here in the second half if they're going to win this game.
The Rebels send out the punt unit. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. The give on the inside. He'll push his way out to the 30, a pickup of 3. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Scanning the field, it's Barnes. Grab near the sticks, it's Thompson. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Keeps it on the draw. He never had a chance on the draw. Tackled almost as soon as he got the ball. They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. This Utah State offense has it going. Grabbed behind the line, it's Boyd. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
Back to pass. Oh, they're after him. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright. And you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Excellent job on the punt. Bounces out of bounds at the 5, and they'll have 95 yards to go in front of them. Taylor has it. Oh, he's got some space. He gets him at the 21, but a big play there to get away from the shadow of the goalpost. They picked up 15.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down. And listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got...
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
The offensive line coach will be pulling his hair out. His head coach is okay right now because they're winning the game, but from an O-line standpoint, they've been atrocious in pass pro.
And the Rebels now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wants to throw. It's Simmons. Sets up the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. The Rebels need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on 3rd down. That one never had a chance. Incomplete. They bring the punter onto the field now. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. And the returner will be knocked down. Utah State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. These guys really need to get something going on this drive. They are still well within striking distance, but they have very little to show. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
You can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
And the Aggies have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. They'll move the wide receiver. Back to throw, it's Simmons. Caught over the middle, it's Stribling. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down. Caught behind the line, it's Wallace. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give is to Taylor. Breaks into the open. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a 1st down.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a 1st down. Oh, and here they go again. 1st down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
Quickly to the tight end. Knocked down at the 29-yard line. Picked up 15 yards on the play, and he's got a 1st down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
From the red zone, it's Taylor. And the Rebels will move the sticks. From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Makes the catch. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The give to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Looking downfield, it's Simmons. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss. Made the grab in the end zone for the score. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. We're taking shots. We need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Utah State, 5.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Man, this defense has played so well. In this offense, they've struggled. They haven't executed greatly. They're going to have to do it against a really good defense who continues to apply pressure. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback a little better.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. That's usually prime return position, but he'll make the fair catch just outside the 40. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Here's the handoff. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the third. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. So the final period starts with a second down play. The give to the tailback. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The offense sets up shop at the 46 on first down. He'll do it himself on the draw. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air, it's Simmons. Pulls it in, it's Lee. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a first down.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, you know what happens? That DB starts to bail, and that wide receiver comes back, and it's easy pitch and catch for the offense.
The Rebels are rolling down the field. Taylor has it.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got to really...
Turning it on! An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. And the Rebels kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Back's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Rebels! And the beatdown has ensued. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, it has gone final in that fascinating Pac-12 matchup we've been keeping a close eye on. Illinois answered the bell away from Champaign today with an impressive victory. The Fighting Illini knew the challenges awaiting them, and they met them head-on. Generally the mark of a really good team. Just another week in the Pac-12 where anything can happen on any given Saturday. As we send things back to you guys.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. This time he's got his man. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Aggies come to the line needing just inches for the first down. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. It's picked off, and another empty drive. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. To the air, it's Simmons. He's going to take off. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. And this kicker might be feeling it. He made one earlier, now from 49 yards out. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Didn't get a chance to show off those return skills, but he gives his offense the ball at the 29.
In this situation of the game, it's so hard for the offense to throw it because you're trailing by a lot, so the defense knows you're throwing it. They've got all these extra DBs out there, little fast guys that can break on the football. The windows are so small to throw into, and that's what happened on that last play. Nice job getting the INT.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the 2nd half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
The Rebels come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10.
3rd and 1, everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
They'll try to get it in with the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. Going for 6. Touchdown, Ole Miss! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. They can now exhale just a little bit with that lead, and they are close to a victory here in the 8th week of the season.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. So that drive covered 29 yards. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they built this sizable lead. Bringing it back. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Looking downfield on 1st down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Rushes on him. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
Well, the defense is not taking their foot off the gas. They've got a huge lead. We're early in the 4th quarter, and still they're getting pressure on this quarterback, registering a sack.
Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. He's looking downfield to throw. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23. Ready to send the offense onto the field. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change.
There he goes. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
Brings up second down.
The give as they work on that clock. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. Now down to the 12-yard line, it's first down. He wants it all. And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. This is an absolute blowout.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Lining up for the PAT. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Utah State, 5.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Boyd.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch of these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Yeah, this defense just putting the cherry on top of the sundae. They've been all over the place. They've done a great job. Their offense has built a huge lead. We're just counting down the minutes on the clock now.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. Nestles it in at the 35. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Give to the running back. Gets it past the marker. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up.
Second down.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Finds a little space. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll snap it from the 30 on first down. Leaves it with the back. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. After trying the running game, let's see if they do it again on second down. Looking for room, it's Diggs. Got enough for the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
First down.
So after stumbling around a bit earlier this season, they put together 3 consecutive wins and seem to have righted the ship.
Dang right. How do you handle adversity? Every coach talks about that. They dealt with it now. They got the loss. They had a little bit of struggle early in the season. What do? You respond by putting a winning streak together, gaining some momentum as the season closes.
And sometimes the good thing about losing games early is that you know you're not perfect. you have to come out. You've got to bring your A game to the park each and every week, and that's what we've seen from this team now recently. They've got tremendous players. They've got an outstanding coaching staff. When they put it all together and they play with great effort, this team's tough to beat.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.